So what happens when you hire an interventionist? A lot of people think we just show up one day and roll into the house, say some profound things with a lot of threats and ultimatums, get them off to treatment, and then ride into the sunset. And that's not at all how it happens. It's a process. We want to pick out some key players and maybe some colleagues, maybe some old friends, anyone that's really concerned about their addicted loved one and has an influence in their life. We'll bring on board to a call. That's where the interventionist is going to do some education on what the real problem is. We've got to get everyone up to speed and everyone speaking the same language and the same mindset of exactly what the problem is. People think it's drugs and alcohol, but that's not the problem. That's the result of the problem. We got to educate people. Got to educate the team. Because what we're doing is we're building a corral around this wild Mustang called addiction. And we use family members, colleagues, and friends as the corral. So that first call lasts about an hour, maybe an hour and a half with a lot of education. And at the end of that, we're going to give out some letter formats. These formats are used by the interventionist to give to the family members as a guide on how to write their letters. Don't want a long story. We want it to be read in about 2 minutes. Keep it to facts. Keep it open, honest, direct, no shaming, no blaming. And we want the family members right out of the gate to understand that the intervention is for them. Just the result is the addicted individual usually goes to treatment, about 93% of the time. But the intervention is not just to get an individual into treatment. We hammer that home over and over and over again with the people that we work with. This intervention is for you just as much, if not more, than your addicted loved one. Because what the family is really saying in an intervention is not, hey, you go do this or else. The family is saying, as a group and as an entire family, we're no longer doing this. We're no longer going to be engaged in this bad behavior. We're no longer going to be engaged in enabling it. But because we love you, we've offered you a place to go, which is a huge gift. We're offering you this opportunity to change your life. And if you take this opportunity, this is what we look forward to in our relationship moving forward. If you choose not to take this opportunity, we're going to respect that. We're going to be very sad, but we may have to step back for a while because watching this unfold is just too painful. And the family's going to say that in a letter. The reason we have them write letters is because it's an emotionally driven event. We don't want family just winging it and just ad-libbing and just winging it right out of the gate. We don't want them to do that because communication is critical at an intervention and even before the intervention and after the intervention. Remember, the intervention just isn't about getting an individual into treatment. It's just as much important that the family change what they're doing.